Where are Seattle prices headed right now? Now, whether you're thinking about buying your first home or cashing out as a seller to tap into your equity, or investing before the prices spike back up or drop, this is a question you need answered because, let's be real, one wrong assumption could cost you tens and thousands of dollars. So in this video, I'll break it all down for you about what's really happening in the Seattle housing market from King to Snohomish to Pierce counties, and where I see prices going next based on the real estate data, local trends, and boots on the ground experience. Hey, Ravi Ramachandran with the Rams Group. My wife Sijy and I help home buyers, sellers, and investors, relocation plans included, to win in the Seattle and Eastside markets. And all that said, if you find this kind of content helpful, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications to never miss a market update. Now let's first start with what you have heard. You've probably seen the headlines say that, the markets are cooling off, buyers are backing out, the price growth is slowing, and the whole nine, right? It's all basically scare tactics and fear mongering. While the technical statements have some truth, they're also missing the full picture. Now, that's why I'm here to cover what the local market stats are, followed by the forces that are driving the real estate trends locally, and we'll all tie it together with what buyers and sellers are thinking. And finally, I shall give you my price prediction as to where the market is headed next, so that we have a rock star information-packed video just in store for you. And here's what the actual data shows. First, the market stats. According to the Northwest Multiple Listing Service and CoreLogic, the median home price in Seattle in early 2025 is about $989,000, which is about 4+% year over year. In Snohomish County, the median prices are up by about 5.1%, fueled by people moving in for jobs and from out-of-state buyers, as well as people who are currently renting in the heart of King County wanting to move up to Snohomish because they can afford a bigger home for their money. And in Pierce County, they are up by about 3.9%, and more buyers seek value outside Seattle, especially of all the counties around Seattle. Pierce County seems to be the most attractive. Now, inventory remains tight, just at around 1.5 months worth of supply, which still favors sellers. Mortgage rates have been hovering around the mid to high sixes and sometimes go into the sevens as well. And with the recent tariffs, we don't know where the end is or how the rates will take shape. But I am keeping an eye on it and I will keep you posted. So what does all this mean? Prices are still rising, but just a little slower. Now, that is not a crash, that's more of a correction to a balanced, healthier market. Then let's quickly visit the market forces. Now, there are three big forces driving price trends in 2025. Number one would be relatively lower inventory, which we all know. Homeowners are still hesitant to sell due to the locked-in effect. Many of the homeowners across the US are in the high threes and low fours with respect to their mortgage rates, making them hesitant to even sell their home, because if they turned around and went to buy, they would pay higher interest, right? So this is the lock-in effect. Next is the pent-up demand. As rates dipped into the mid-sixes, even though briefly, we saw a spike in buyer activity. And more buyers, meaning the real estate activity gets brisk, right? And the third is strong job market. Tech, biotech, and remote workers are still relocating to Seattle. Yes, with the recent tariffs, the situation is kind of murky. However, the job market here in the Pacific Northwest is relatively robust. So Seattle is not losing its draw. If there is anything, it's evolving. New construction even struggling to keep up in the prime Seattle and Eastside areas. There are more people moving than housing, both new as well as resales, can accommodate. This is a fact. All that said, let's zoom out a little bit and see what buyers are right now feeling and thinking. Okay, it's a mix of hope combined with hesitation. Now, this is true because there's uncertainty in the markets and they don't have clarity on where the interest rates are going to go. And buyers typically don't want to make a mistake, especially when it comes to purchases, which you can empathize with, right? So more specifically, buyers are thinking, hey, I want to buy, but what if the prices kind of drop after I close? This is always going to be a conundrum that buyers have to deal with, given, right, in any market. Now, sellers, on the other hand, are asking, should I sell now or wait until the market comes back? the psychology of buyers and sellers aside, here's what the truth is. There's no one size fits all as the answer. But if you're looking to buy and hold for 5+ years or sell in a low inventory market with motivated buyers, there's opportunity right now. While timing the perfect moment is almost impossible, or impossible I should say, not even almost, right? Making a smart move based on the facts and goals is very possible though, right? And that's the secret sauce to actually win, if you ask me. Now, after looking at the market stats, driving forces, and the buyer and the seller sentiment, here's my price prediction as to where the markets will head and how much homes will cost. Seattle, Eastside, Snohomish County will see a moderate price increase of 3 to 5.5% in 2025. Pierce County might see a slightly slower price growth at about 2 to 4%, but it's a hotspot for investors. Now, the biggest bump could happen mid to late 2025 if the rates drop into the mid 6s to lower 6s. Buyer demand, as we discussed, could spike. Of course, the tariffs will be at play, so we'll see how those shake out. With all that, what should you do if you are a seller or buyer? First, buyers, if you are financially ready, this market still has options for you and has long-term upside. Sellers, you're still in control, especially in desirable neighborhoods around the Seattle area. Especially if your homes are updated, show great, and with marketing and negotiation, you can just leverage the oomph that currently prevails. And investors, look towards zoning changes, accessory dwelling units, and growing submarkets like Bothell Shoreline and Maple Valley specifically. Now, if you're not sure if this move is right for you, reach out. Let's build a strategy that kind of works for you. Also, if you'd like to stay current on the market, I send out information-packed monthly market update emails, which you will absolutely love. It'll be packed with information as well as stats if you'd like. Comment market update below for you to be added to that list. If you don't find value in it, you can always unsubscribe, no biggie. All that said, feel free to drop a comment below with any questions about the market trends that you may have, and I will personally reply to every message that I receive. Also, if you have more in-depth questions, feel free to DM or call or even book into my calendar. I'll be happy to chat with you. There's going to be no pressure, no strings attached, just sharing of plain facts, and then you can stay informed and make a decision, okay? All that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.